Good morning, my friends. It's a beautiful Tuesday morning here in God's country. And when I say God's country, I mean this whole world. What a beautiful place. Now, we're going to talk about reading today. And if I could show you how reading would make you rich, would you be interested? Well, of course you say you would, but would you really read? Well, we'll see. Reading is one of those skills that most of us take for granted, and some watch others wishing that they could. The truth is, in this question, do you know the difference between a person who does not read and a person who cannot read? Now that I have your attention, let me show you what I'm talking about, reading making you rich. Do you know whose voice you hear when you're reading? Now, some of you automatically, you're thinking, well, James Earl Jones, or maybe Morgan Freeman or Patrick Stewart, John Hurt or Ron Perlman. No, you don't hear them when you're reading. You hear you. When you're reading, you hear those words in your own voice. It's incredibly simple, and I even tried to read in this last week, tried to hear Sean Connery, rest in peace, as I was reading, but I couldn't. I could only hear me. What's even more fascinating about this whole process is that when we read, we teach ourselves. You might get bored listening to somebody else, but how in the world do you get bored hearing your own voice? I hear my favorite person. You can teach yourself anything you want to learn. At the same time, you associate yourself with some of the greatest minds that ever lived. You can learn from Thomas Jefferson. You can get to know the mind of Winston Churchill or delve into the life of Nelson Mandela. You can read about the experiments of Thomas Edison or Nikola Tesla. You can be inspired by the life and struggles of J.K. Rowling or Maya Angelou. You can read and be entertained by fictional authors and open up your imagination to other worlds and possibilities. Many of the things that we enjoy today in technology used to be the fiction of 100 years ago. And thanks to the ingenuity and imagination of great minds who expanded their thoughts by reading with books, we enjoy many conveniences today that were unknown even 50 years ago. I asked if I could show you how reading would make you rich. Would you be interested? And here's your answer. Rich really is not an amount of money. Rich is what you are when you're filled with great ideas and imagination. Rich is a state of mind. And reading will definitely make you rich. Do you want to live the rest of your life rich or poor? Because you know, poor is a state of mind as well. And what's the difference between a person who will not read and a person who cannot read? Nothing. Not a thing. Not a single thing. Now, I hope this inspires you to go grab a good book and read. Read to learn. Read to unlearn. Read to build. Read to break down barriers in your own life. But read. I hope this has been helpful. And if it was, I hope you'll share it with your friends. Smash the like button. And go out there today and have a fantastic day. I love y'all. Take care. Mike out.